Hey guys, Pierre from Into Fly Fishing. Are you interested in learning more about Euro Nymphing and in particular more about what gear you need? Well, in this video we're going to take a closer look at the basic Euro Nymphing setup to get you started. This video forms part of our complete Euro Nymphing series, so be sure to check out the links for these in the description below. I've been fly fishing for more than 2 decades and have been using Euro Nymphing techniques in some sort or the other for almost 10 years. This is one of my favorite techniques to use for trout and yellowfish, especially when the flow rates are up. Before we delve into what you need in terms of gear, let's first do a recap on what Euro Nymphing is. Euro Nymphing is a broad term that groups together different styles of nymphing. This unique style of fishing was developed by European competition anglers and is one of the most effective ways to catch trout. Within the realm of Euro Nymphing there are different styles. You'll often hear terms like French nymphing, Czech nymphing and so on. These all share the same basic principles but differ slightly with variations in leader length and fishing distance. The core idea behind this technique is to get your flies down to where the fish are holding and to allow them to drift as natural as possible. The trick is then to retain just enough tension so that you can pick up even the most subtle takes. So now that we have a better understanding of what Euro Nymphing is, let's take a look at all the individual components that make out the complete setup. The foundation of the setup is a proper Euro Nymphing rod. In general, these rods are on the longer side, being in excess of 10 feet long. This length gives the angler a couple of distinct advantages, namely that it allows you to reach over obstacles and current seams to ensure a drag-free drift. And for competition anglers who are limited to a maximum leader length of twice the rod length, fishing a 10-foot rod allows you to fish up to a 20-foot long leader. A proper Euro Nymphing rod will also have a solid fighting butt, which provides a solid anchor while you high stick, and it also keeps the reel away from your body while you're fighting a fish. Most of the latest Euro Nymphing rods on the market today come with a down-locking reel seat. This positions your reel's weight as far back as possible, ensuring that your rig is better balanced. The fact that you rely heavily on the rod to translate subtle takes means that it must have a sensitive tip. Once you get in tune with your rod and can detect these fine takes, your catch rate will drastically improve. A Euro Nymphing rod's line rating can be quite deceiving. For smaller streams and fish, I recommend a 2-weight rod. The most versatile Euro Nymphing rod in my opinion is a 3-weight. You can almost compare it to a standard 5-weight rod. Although the tip is very sensitive, the butt section has ample pulling power. A 5-weight Euro Nymphing rod is a beast and can handle substantially sized fish. On the reel side of things, the most important factor is balance. If the balance of your rig is out, you'll tire much quicker around the water. Seeing that the rod is generally much longer and therefore heavier than standard rods, you'll need a much heavier reel to balance the entire setup. I generally opt for a reel at least 2 sizes up in line rating, especially when fishing 2 or 3-weight Euro Nymphing rods. This gives you enough weight in the butt section of the rod to balance your rig, and in general the reel has a larger arbor, which helps with line memory and line pickup rate. Fishing at close distances means that the purpose of fly line needs to be reimagined. If you're fishing a 20-foot long leader on a 10-foot rod, the chances are very slim that you'll ever need fly line at all. Remember that we're trying to reduce drag in everything we do in Euro Nymphing, so the fly line needs to be as thin as possible. There are many dedicated Euro Nymphing lines on the market which are ideal for this application. The leader construction is where Euro Nymphing really becomes interesting. Some anglers flinch when they hear you'll have to fish a leader well over 15 feet long. But I can assure you, if your leader construction is done right, you'll be casting multiple nymphs with accuracy and ease. Each angler has his or her own preference, but this is the basic recipe that I use for clients or when I fish a new stretch of water. For the butt section I use a long tapered leader, preferably 12 feet in length, which ends at 3x or 4x diameter. The thicker the line, the easier it will cast, but you'll get more drag. In small stream applications, I dial this down to 5x. To end off the tapered leader, attach a 1 to 2 feet length of sight material. Now you get some fancy 2-tone material dedicated for this application, but I use standard brightly colored monofilament. Just make sure that the diameter matches the tip of your tapered leader. Now this sighter will make it easy to spot your leader once you've made a cast, and it will help you detect takes. Tie a tippet ring in at the end of the tapered leader. The main purpose of the small ring is that it saves your leader when you have to replace sections of tippet. From the tippet ring I run the tippet to the 2 flies. If you want to learn how to tie them in, please feel free to hop over to our video on the dry dropper rig, where I show you various ways to tie in multiple flies. All we need now is the most important component of all, the flies. Look into a serious Euro Nymphing angler's fly box and you'll notice one thing: weight. Weight is of utmost importance in Euro Nymphing fly design. It allows you to deliver the cast and it gets your flies down to where they need to be. Whatever flies you choose to carry in your Euro Nymphing box, make sure that you have a good selection of weight and size so that you can adapt quickly to changes in depth and flow rate. If you'd like more information on the best Euro Nymphing flies, please follow the link in the description below to my favorite Euro Nymphing flies. If you're interested in learning more about the Moonshine Epiphany rod I used in this video, please read my full review and watch the full-length review video. The links to both of these can be found in the description below, as well as the link to purchase the rod. I hope that you found this video helpful, and if you did, please subscribe to our channel and turn on the notifications. We can let you know as soon as we release any future tutorials. Also, let me know in the comments below what your favorite Euro Nymphing rig is and what you think of this style of fishing. Until next time, cheers.